Hello, Bridget. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So, is there anything in particular you want to talk about today?
So yeah, I guess so. I want to get healthier, right? And I'm not the skinniest of people, and I know that. I haven't been skinny in a long time. And high school skinny is different than, adult skinny, I guess. Looking back at the pictures, I was always pegged as the big girl, but I really wasn't all that big looking back at my pictures, right? You know, but I don't want to huff and puff down the stair up up and down the stairs anymore. But I just can't quit drinking all this pop. Like that's my main caffeine source. Like I know I need to stop, but at the same time, I'm definitely feel like it's an addiction phase at this point because I just can't, you know, sorry, I'm distracted. Um, I can't, I just can't stop, and I don't know. I guess I'm lost.
So, you want to live a healthier lifestyle, but you feel like you can't stop drinking pop. Is that
Yeah, like I just a part of me like when I go to the gas station, like part of me looks at the flavored water or the Gatorade or something else. I just go right back and I'll buy like four pops for the day. Will I drink all four pops? Sometimes, not all the time. Like today I drank one, which I thought was good, but that doesn't count for the rest of the week.
okay? So, after you drink the pops, do you feel any sort of way?
I mean, at this point, like I feel a little bit like of the caffeine, but I'm not like super energized, like bouncing off the wall energized. It's becoming more of a need
Okay.
instead of a want.
So, I let me clarify. I guess is there a feeling? Like, do you feel good after you drink a pop? Do you feel like, like not so good after drinking a pop? What is the feeling behind it, is what I'm trying to ask.
Oh, that's a good question. I guess like the other day at work, like I sit down, I clock in, I go to take some medicine, and I open up my Mountain Dew, and it was just the right amount of coolness. It was like, and I sipped on it, and I go, tastes like a dream. It was really just that first sip feeling. Because I'm not
Hmm.
in my coffee era. Like I just don't drink coffee like other people my age do yet. I'm just not there yet. I'm not there in my life. Will I ever get there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I know that, that's a thing. But just not for me. But pop is my thing.
Okay. Okay. So, it sounds like it, from what I'm hearing, is you want to have a healthier lifestyle. You want to feel good about yourself as an
Mhm.
adult, but or and you feel like you can't stop drinking it. Is that um and can you tell me how those things fit together?
I mean, like, I guess growing up as a kid, like we were, down to like we one pop a day, and it was normally a can, and it was monitored pretty good. And then like now that I have adult money and I can make adult decisions, I go a little bit overboard with it, I guess, like you should say, or you could say, because like I have a spending problem too, but that's for another day. But but yeah, like when I go to the pop section, it's just something inside of me goes, I really need this. When I really my body's like, no, water, your kidneys will thank you. Why are you doing this? Like, you know, they're probably begging me by now. You draw my blood, it's probably Mountain Dew, and I'm consciously aware, like and the people I work with are like, how many Mountain Dews have you had today? Where's your Mountain Dew? So they
Mm.
know if I don't have a Mountain Dew, something's wrong.
So, do you have like a do you have a plan to make some changes when it comes to this habit of yours?
I do. I just need extra support because, like, I have a problem with, like, people yelling at me and reprimanding me for it. Like, you have to do this. Uh-oh, that's a bad. You're doing a bad things. Like, I don't do well with that because I feels like that's a lot of pressure and I like that. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like if I had like extra support, be like, hey, like, and keeping updates on it, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like,
Mm-hmm.
how many pops have you had today? Instead of four, I want to like taper it down. I don't think I could quit cold turkey at this point. Like, that's not a thing. Tried that. That didn't work out well. This time I want to taper it, maybe going from four to three to two to one a day, down to one every couple days, down to once a week type of thing. Like, that's kind of what the vision is,
Mm-hmm.
but I just need help upholding the vision.
Okay. Who, like you said a support person. Who in your life who would fit that role for you the best, do you think?
I mean, my husband's there for me and he wants what's best for me, but sometimes he gets agitated real easily, especially if he doesn't feel like I'm not listening to him. And like he'll get, by the time I actually like wanted to, like he's been pressuring me to drink diet pop. I'm not ready for that either. Like I understand that I'm starting this GLP-1 medication, but on the other hand, there's just some behaviors and some habits that I just can't break.
Okay. So you want your husband to be a support person, but he's not supporting you in the way that you feel would benefit you the best.
Yeah, like it just depends on like how people say and like how they say it and things like that. Like I think that stems from childhood stuff. Because
Mm-hmm.
like, when my parents would say something, I'd be like, "Well, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do it my way or no way" type of thing. I kind of have this, even bosses at work, I do the same thing. Like, and it's just something that stems from that. And I feel like him, even his mom will be like, "Oh, drinking pop is bad," but yet she has it in her house. I don't know if she drinks it, but I know her husband drinks it. So it's kind of a catch-22 there. And it's like, okay, well, if I'm not ready to change, like I am the only person who can say, hey, I'm ready, right? And
Yeah.
it's with that philosophy in mind, I don't think they get that. They just know that they're on a health kick right now and they want to bestow that wisdom on me, but I don't feel that it is wisdom. It's just them griping at me to do what they think is the best way for me.
Mhm. It sounds like you're feeling frustrated with your support systems.
Yeah, like I know that they're there. I just feel like they could do better. Like, when someone starts working out or someone starts eating better, they always want to give you that unsolicited advice. Like, you
Hmm.
should do this, you should do that. But what works for you might not work for me. I get what you're saying. I thank you for the advice. Like, I take it, with a grain of salt as is. It's just that, like, dang, like, I'm trying my best. If you don't want to support it, then just let me do my stuff on my own and see what I can do and let me flourish there.
Okay. So we're almost out of time. Is there anything in particular you would like to touch on before we end our session today?
No, I think that maybe next session, maybe we can check in on my progress and see where I'm at. And because I feel like you can be my support system too throughout
Mhm.
this adventure of mine that I'm trying to try, I guess.
Yeah, I think looking at this experience like as an adventure, is like a positive way to think about this. So, all right, scene. All right.
Okay. Um, Most of my feedback is pretty like neutral or like positive.
Okay.
You did really well with like the asking for clarifying questions and then like the reflecting of like what was being said.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice that you were stumbling over your words of like trying to use the buts and the ands when you were like
Yes.
trying to do like the confrontational type of speaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
So
something that I have to work on. Trying to use and instead of but. So,
and just like Dr. First said, neither one is always like better than the other. It's just sometimes the but might add that extra layer of like connotation to it,
yeah.
whereas and is just like you're feeling this and this.
Mm-hmm.
However, you could also be like, you've said this, but you also said this.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's okay to use both.
Okay.
You don't have to just like sit there and like constantly worry about which one.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were her words. I got the notes.
Okay.
Um you also you did a really good like course of like the plan of action for the next session.
Okay.
And then I also really liked how you were asking how like the conflicting feelings connect to each other and exactly like where Bridget was at with all of this and like why those two conflicting feelings were happening. So I
Okay.
like that so you could get like a deeper understanding.
Mhm.
But those are
That's
my notes. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Bridget?
No, I think you hit the nail in the coffin there. I mean, you did really well, especially with the opening questions. And you got me one time talking about my childhood trauma, which I didn't know. I didn't think it was going to go there, but I mean, it did. I mean, you asked the right question, so I kind of went there. Um, but yeah, overall, like I think you did well. I did see you, of course, think about the question before you said it, which will come with time. I mean, because I did the same thing. Um, I know that these videos can be hard, but yeah, overall though, I think it went really well, and you kept me talking, so I think that's a positive. That's always a positive.
Well, thank you guys for the feedback. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Mhm. All right. Yeah.